everyone. Explosion rocks Islamiyya school in Abuja, kills one, injures four. So when you see a headline like this, the first thing, it's apprehension. What's going on? Are we back to those dark days once again where literally explosions, just go up anywhere in the country, especially in the northern part of the country, Abuja? Remember those days when you're on a queue, either queue or you are in a hold up and your heart is literally pounding because you don't know whether there's going to be an explosion or something like this. Or is this just an incident that has happened, maybe one thing or the other, people with knockouts, any of those things? When I saw this headline, these were the things that were actually running through my head. And sadly for us, we don't have investigative units in our security agencies. For example, in other countries where you see something like this would happen, you'll be sure that people will actually check, find out. Security agencies will all be deployed to get to the root of the matter. Exactly what is it that has happened? Is it something that should worry people? Is it a one-off thing? Is it a threat somewhere? Is there something going on? But sadly, when we're talking about Nigeria, you hardly ever find that. It's just, they will just make it one thing or the other, and that's it. And just makes everyone vulnerable. Parallel Facts has this. It says tragedy struck the Kuchibuyi community in Kubwa, Abuja on Monday when an explosion at an Islamiyya school claimed the life of one student and left four others injured. According to a security source, the deceased student, whose identity remains unknown, was carrying a substance suspected to be an improvised explosive device, IED, when it detonated. So when they say whose identity remains unknown, that's worrisome. What do you mean by the identity remains unknown? It's a different thing when you say, oh, the identity is not made public, either for some reasons or whatever. That's a different thing. But up till now, how many hours has it been that this explosion happened, and yet you don't have the identity of this particular person? And so that's really worrisome. We don't know. We usually don't know what the identity of the person is. We can't really get someone's identity immediately something happens. And then this IED device, because you need to first of all identify who this person is, then you need to do a trace of what the person has been up to in the last 48 hours, 24 hours, 12 hours, 72 hours, 1 day, 1 week. Who has he been in contact with? Who are the people this person spoke to? Is this something that they picked up? Is this something, maybe, children and curiosity? Hopefully, since they say it's Islamiyya school, probably this is still a child in school. Is this something that they picked up out of curiosity and who are the friends? Okay, you talk to someone, okay, did they mention to something that they had picked up? Because kids will do that. They will see something by the roadside, they will pick it up, interesting, I want you to come and show it, oh, I saw this strange thing that looked this way. We've had such incidences have happened, a lot. So this is where investigation comes in. But sadly, you just see things after the way everybody just moves on. You don't know where you are or where you are not at. The explosion caused panic within the school premises and injured several other students. Emergency and security personnel, including a police bomb disposal squad, were swiftly deployed to the scene. Injured victims were rushed to the hospital for treatment. When I just see this police bomb disposal squad, it's just to laugh. It's not the same police that use their hand to be carrying things. I remember I think it was one they had in Jos recently. That was last year. There was some bomb thread of something in Jos, and then the next thing they said they deployed police this year, and the guy was using his hand. Oh my goodness. Reports suggest that the students involved had only recently been admitted to the school, having resumed on January 3rd, 2025. So or so this identity or no. So that child must have been brought in by someone. It was someone that brought their child in to register them. Who are these parents? Talk to them. Do a mapping. Do a mapping of that child's last hour before this thing, last 6 hours, last 12 hours, last 24 hours, last 48 hours. Map and see where is it that this child has been to be able to find out, are there explosives that are planted somewhere. I think I saw a report the other day about Niger State warning their farmers about going to the farms because explosives have been planted in farms and stuff like that. These are questions that you have to keep asking, because don't forget that Niger State borders Abuja, uh, even the Suleja and Co. Those ones are Abuja. Suleja, that's Niger State, right? Literally, okay, no, that's the Nasarawa side, but that's Nasarawa, and Niger State. And so there are certain things you just have to keep checking and say, what is it that is going on there? Probably these are things that might be overflowing onto these communities. That's why intelligence gathering is very important. But unfortunately, what we have usually is that our own security agencies, what they usually do is just to deploy this thing to protesters, arresting protesters, and all sorts of things. The circumstances surrounding the incident remain unclear, as the police have yet to release an official statement. The explosion has caused widespread concern in the community, with parents and residents calling for enhanced security measures in schools to prevent such tragedies in the future. It's actually sad when you see, constantly see things like this, and it's almost as if we don't have any measures against solving this problem, any measures against them. We're just like sitting helpless till the next one happens, and then we'll rest in peace, and then we'll move on. It's not just about rest in peace and all of it. It's about, what are you doing to prevent the next one from happening? What are you doing to be on top of the issue? What are you doing to ensure that this doesn't happen again? What are you doing to make sure that citizens are protected? The responsibility of government is always to protect the lives and properties of its citizens, and any government that can't do that is not fit to be called a government. And we must ensure that at every time the life of a citizen it's paramount, it's made important, it's protected. It's not just left there as saying anyhowness that it happens. Some of these things, it's just you just see these things. It's just so heartbreaking how we are not doing the things that we're supposed to be doing as a nation to protect, citizens. These are things that will create jobs. These are things, let people be doing them. Let there be investigation, forensic investigation. Let there be a lot of things that people are doing. At the end of the day, it's for the benefit of the people. But half of the time, you find out that none of these things, just get done. It's usually very heartbreaking. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.